Hello, so today what we're going to talk about is how to get the secrets in this game faster. So there's currently 3 secrets and we're going to talk about how you can get them in Anime Reborn the fastest way possible. So without further ado, let's get this video started. By the way, if you want to see more videos like this one, then don't forget to like and subscribe, because at 40,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a ton of giveaways in Anime Vanguards, Anime Defenders, and also here in Anime Reborn. And this is my way of basically saying thank you to everybody that supported me. Our goal is 50k subscribers, so please hit that like and subscribe button right now, and let's get the 50k subscribers. Alright, so first and foremost, in order to actually get this, very easily, you need a potion. But before we get to that, how do you even get these 3 secrets? Now, the first 2 secrets are the easiest ones to get, or I would say easiest ones because they're pretty much free secrets, and the way you can get them is through here. Now, be wary though, because I've already done this like 38 times. And I have yet to get a single Android 21, which by the way is a pretty good unit. So this did take me a while. This has taken me a while, and I still don't have a single Android. I still don't have a single one of her. But there is a way to do this faster, and that way is basically you are going to be doing the legend stage here in Fukushima. You're gonna do the legend stage right here, and you're basically gonna try and get the smile fruit alongside a few others, because when you get the smile fruit, you can actually use it to craft something here in summon. So if you go here in summon and you go here in the alchemy table, you can actually craft the legends potion. And what this will do basically is give you a 2x drop chance for units in legend stages. Now, it's quite difficult to craft, but if you do manage to craft this one, this will boost your chances to higher than 1%. So this is pretty much the fastest way to farm the legend stages for those secret units. Now, the third secret unit is going to be Rimuru. He is actually a relatively rare unit, he or she is a relatively rare unit, and basically the way to get that is through basically summoning, kind of like how you could get Alucard in Anime Vanguards through summoning. Now, from what I've heard though, thankfully, he isn't really one of the best secrets in the game. From what I've heard, Kaido and Android 21 or Android 22 are some of the better secrets in the entire game. So you don't really need to get Rimuru if you don't want to, but he is, or she is, or whatever it is a very cool collection, right? So if you actually check your index right here, you can see that there is only currently 3 secrets in the game right now. So this one right here is Rimuru, this one right here is Android 21 or 22, and this one right here is Kaido. Now, some additional tips that I'm gonna be giving you is you are going to probably need to get a decent team before trying this out. And the reason why I'm telling you guys to get a decent team before trying it out is because the legend stages are actually not that easy if you don't have a very decent team. The legend stage act 1 is relatively decent, which is where you can get Android 21. However, the legend stage where you can get Kaido, that is not really very easy. You can actually not really get him easily. He is a relatively difficult boss to fight, and you are actually going to need a really good team if you want to beat this Kaido boss. So one thing that I would recommend is, before actually farming these secret units right here, before grinding or committing to the grind to these secret units, I would recommend you guys to get a few few mythical units first, because this is what's going to help you farm these other units, right? And also, I also recommend to probably join Discord. This is going to be very important, because on Discord, this is pretty much where you can find other people to do this game modes with, and this will definitely make it easier for you to get these secrets, because again, they are relatively difficult, especially Fukushima, which is where you can get Kaido. He is a very difficult boss. He's not really very easy to do. So if I were you, I would do it with people on Discord. And again, before committing on the farm, you should probably get a few mythical units first. Now, I am going to be releasing a tier list soon, but the best mythical units are going to be Greybeard and Hawkeyes and Broly. Those are the 3 mythical units that you want. Now, just some additional help for Legend Stage Act 1, because you can actually, from what I've seen so far, if you have decent enough units, you can actually technically macro Legend Stage Act 2. It is not really very difficult. If you have good enough units and good enough traits, you can technically, okay, macro this Legend Stage Act 2. You can technically macro it. If you have good enough units with good enough traits, you can, again, technically macro it. You're gonna probably need to place your units further in the back right here. Like, if you want to, for example, because again, the units that are probably likely to do damage are going to be mythical units, right? So if you want to be you actually want to be able to deal damage, then I would recommend place in the back right here in the middle, not necessarily the back, but in the middle. And what this is gonna do is essentially help you with these NPCs right here. So if you have Tanjiro or Rukia, you can use that. I have Mihawk right here and have decent traits on my units. So yeah, you can technically macro this if you have good enough units. I will not show how to macro it, but I'm just saying this right now because again, being able to macro this will definitely help you out a lot because again, they're not technically a very easy unit to get, right? They're not really a very easy unit to get. They're very time consuming. So if you can macro it, then I think it would be pretty good. However, I think Kaido is just very hard to macro because of how difficult that boss is. And I think they intentionally made Kaido very difficult because they know people would actually start macroing him if he was too easy. But thankfully, Legend Stage Act 1, you can actually macro Legend Stage Act 1, which in my opinion is kind of good, right? So I have Mihawk with decent trait. I have Slayer on him, which is the third best trait right now, especially for Mihawk. It's the third best trait. And then I also have Whitebeard, which is probably the best mythic right now with Slayer. Although for Whitebeard, Demon is probably better. But yeah, again, with these units right here, I can probably solo this and also probably macro. However, if you don't have these good units, then you should probably just do it with a friend or probably just grind it manually. So I'm just putting this here because this will probably help you guys out a lot if you can macro it. So if you want this process to be a little bit easier, I do recommend, again, to just grind for the units first, get good units and get good levels, maybe evolve them, and then grind for the secret because in my opinion, that's just going to be what's going to help you out a lot more. And also, if you want to, I would recommend you to, by the way, probably save some of the rerolls that you have for the mythical units. Now, the reason why you should save some of the rerolls you have for the mythical units is because the rerolls in this game aren't necessarily very easy to get. It's not really, right now as it currently stands, there's no way to farm rerolls right now in the game. So it is going to be relatively difficult for you to get rerolls. So what I would recommend is actually save up the 3 crystals that you have for your secret units, unless you want to spend money, right? So for me, for example, I actually did spend money, which is why I can spend money on these. And I'll probably just spend more money when I get the secrets eventually. So yeah, that's pretty much the strategy for these units right here and on how to get them very quickly. I'll be releasing a tier list eventually. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching and peace out.